Good morning on this Friday after Easter. I hope you are all well. It was wonderful to worship with so many of you last Sunday and to hear from so many of you who joined us for Easter. Of course, Easter isn't just a day, it's a season. Easter actually lasts for 7 weeks from Easter Sunday until Pentecost Sunday. And it is this wonderful season where we get to really explore what it means for us to worship a risen Lord and to be the church together. We hear wonderful stories from the book of Acts of the first followers of Jesus and how they sought to follow him even after he had been resurrected, and how they came together to form the first churches. So I am looking forward to exploring that, especially in this particular season where we are not able to be the church in some of the usual ways. But as the banner out in front of our church building says, we are the church wherever we are, and we are continuing to explore what that means. Of course, most of us are being the church and loving our neighbors right now by staying home and doing what we can to slow the spread of this virus. We are all, of course, praying for those who are on the front lines, for anyone who's working in any capacity in a healthcare facility, for those who are working at grocery stores or in other essential services. And of course, our hearts go out to those who are sick and suffering, and those who have lost loved ones to this virus. And we continue to pray for all of those affected. Last week on our All I Know Is This podcast, I had a conversation with my mentor and colleague, Mark Ramsey, and thinking about these topics. What does discipleship mean in this season? What does it mean to be the church? And how is this going to change the way that churches operate in the world, in our culture, in our communities? I really hope that you will take a listen to this conversation. Mark is so wise and insightful and lifts up some really important things for us to be thinking about. You can find this episode on our website or wherever you listen to podcasts. Again, the name of the podcast is All I Know Is This. This Sunday, we will worship again at 10 a.m. Our worship service premieres on our YouTube channel at 10 a.m. It's been great to have people check in the comments, let us know that you're worshiping with us in this way that we're worshiping together right now. We are going to hear a story from the Gospel of John, chapter 20, one of the first post-resurrection accounts of Jesus with the disciples. And what happens might surprise you. The disciples, after they've heard that Jesus has risen from the dead, lock themselves away in a room because they are so afraid. Nevertheless, in spite of the locked doors, Jesus comes and finds them and spends a little time with them. Such an important reminder that there is nowhere that we can go, that God is not going to come and find us and offer us God's presence and God's peace. So join us on Sunday as we think about what this story has to say to us right here today, where we are. Next week, we're going to continue to offer meals by Journey Kitchen and Chef Jason. If you haven't taken advantage of this yet, I would encourage you to. Chef Jason is doing a wonderful job giving us wonderful, healthy meals, and we are helping him keep his business going during this time. As many of you know, we've been partnering to provide meals for our neighbors through Caritas. They are actually now working with restaurants in the city of Richmond, which is wonderful, and we are finding other ways to support those in our community who are food insecure through Chef Jason. So you can make a donation to that when you order, or if you don't want to order meals for yourself, you can just make a donation. And you can do all of this at fpcrichmond.org/meals. Today, we are starting another way for our community to connect on social media. On our Facebook page on Fridays, we're going to be having check-in questions. And the question that we're inviting you to think about today is, what is a piece of advice that you would like to give your younger self? So I've been thinking about this morning, and the thing that I came up with is I would tell my younger college-bound self to listen to your mother when she tells you to take all of the intro courses you can before deciding on a major. I'd always wish I'd listened to my mom on that little piece of advice. So thanks for trying, Mom. We would love to hear what advice you have for your younger self. If you're not on Facebook, you can email it to me directly. asredwine@fpcrichmond.org is my email address. And I hope that you'll join us in this way that we can get to know ourselves and one another better during this season. Friends, we are continuing to learn what it means to be the church wherever we are. And I want you all to know that as we do this, your pastoral staff is here for you. We are praying for you, and we would love to know how we can pray for you specifically. So reach out to us through email or social media. You can contact us through our website, but we would love to hear from you and be in contact with you. In the meantime, may we continue to be the church wherever we are, loving the world that God so loves. I hope to see you soon. Thanks.